the Infernity podcast. We are so happy to have our co-host actually be our guest today.
Yeah.
In our previous episode, we had Miss Yvonne Dockery, known in the neighborhood as Umi.
Yes, Umi.
And she grounded us in family. And I think what we left with was the concept of presence. Right?
100%.
And using presence to bring it into familiar relationships,
Yeah.
to honor those bonds and to build them. But our co-host here,
We here.
Brandon Deese, has been on a magical journey
Yeah.
that Infernity, myself, we really sparked the brain. We really believe these moments deserve to be honored. So today is to honor and to learn from this journey of presence tied with purpose. And so let's begin, Mr. Deese.
Yeah. First of all, I didn't know she was gonna do this. Surprise, surprise. But no, I'm just getting back from my trip. I was in I went to Kenya.
Yes.
I had a layover in Qatar and Saudi Arabia. That's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, I just got back. I got back last week. And just coming back to the States, it's just a different feeling. It's just a lot of love in Africa, especially as a man of color, to go back home to experience that, because we grow up in the school system or just in a system where they kind of try to downplay Africa and make it seem like as if it's just like poor people and dirt roads.
Right.
And it's like the complete opposite of that. Like,
Right.
It's so vibrant and so much love and so much good energy. And going out there, so many people's like, yo, you gotta be safe, be careful. But this is my second time out there.
Yeah.
And I love it, man. I really love the motherland. I really do. So I think that's one of my biggest messages, is to make sure you take a trip at least once in your life to see that part of the world. I really want to let people know that. That's
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So my first question for you.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
My first question for you is, what drew you to go to this beautiful place in the first place? Because it's your second trip.
Yeah, it's my
right?
second time.
So
going.
what opportunity opened up that invited you into this experience in the first round?
Good question. So initially, one of my good friends, his name is Derek, he's been traveling the world for a long time, and he went to Kenya, and he's seen like opportunity out there, right? So he decided to invest into like real estate, because it's the tech hub of East Africa. And
I know a lot of people are like, the tech hub.
Yeah.
Right?
So if you're in tech, like, you should definitely look out for that. And he's been pressing like me and my friends, like, yo, you gotta come visit, check it out. And he's been saying it. But a lot of times when you think about going that far, first of all, it's not easy, because you got to figure out the money situation, and you got to figure out the time situation, because we're so caught up in the American system that it's hard for us to even think about going that far, right? Usually we do like Mexico, Puerto Rico, DR.
Yeah.
So, with him keep chipping at my mind, and I'm an open-minded person, and I like to travel. So I said, let's give it a shot. And I went out there, and I seen the, real estate opportunity. I just seen the opportunity across the board. Like, the things that we have, they would love to have, right? Something as small as something like Subways or McDonald's, right? That's something that we can bring over there, because they just like our culture, our music, our fashion. They like it. They really do. And so I'm out there having a good time. I'm looking at the real estate opportunities, but that's not something that was like catching my eye, right? So I had to extend my flight, because my flight got pushed back, and I was talking to my driver. He has a driver out there, right? His name's Tito.
Okay.
And I was telling Tito was asking, like, what do you do back home? So I was pretty much telling him, like, back home I work with kids, doing meditation practices and things like that. So he was like, really? Why don't you come to my kid's school? And for a moment I was like, okay, like, this is gonna be different. And he was like, yo, come tomorrow, since you have to extend your flight. Just come to my kid's school. He says my babies. He don't say my kids. That's how he talks. He says my baby's school. And I was like, all right, cool. So I get up early in the morning. I did this by myself. You know, my boy Derek, he didn't know about it because I was like, you know what, there's a journey I got to go on by myself while I'm out here. So I'm just going to do this alone. So he calls me 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm heading to the school. Let's go. So on our way to the school, he was telling me how sometimes his kids come home hungry because they feed the other kids, you know, that are really less fortunate. They're already less fortunate, but are really, really less fortunate. And I was like, damn, man, that's tough. He was like, do you know $1 feeds 13 kids? So I sat there and I was just like, wow, like, what can I do, right? I was like, you know what, I can give some money, but that's not gonna be enough. So as he's telling me this on the way to the school. So we get to the school,
Smart man.
and all the kids are outside, and they're playing around, and they're laughing, and there's just so much joy. And then they see me, and they're looking at me, and they just start following me. Because I had my camera, because I wanted to take pictures, but I didn't want to like exploit, like, you know, like you got a camera in a kid's face like that, but I just had my camera because I recorded like my whole trip, like I was vlogging the whole trip. And it was so crazy that I kind of put my camera away, and then my driver's name's Tito. He just started taking pictures, and it was just like so much love. And I just felt like this deep, powerful, like just energy with these kids. And I was just like, this brings me joy. Like I was having fun. I'm walking around, the kids is following me like I'm a superstar. And I did that, and then I went into one of his daughter's class, and I started talking to the kids. I was talking to them about breath work and things like that, how to control their emotions. And when I was leaving, I seen the principal, and all I had on me was like $40. And I gave her like the cash, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna figure out a way to raise money. I'm gonna be back. That's a bold promise, mind you. I didn't know if I was really coming back, but I was like, I gotta do something, right? And with the content that I had, I was able to record content and post it online, and I raised money, and people were just like, yo, you really gonna do this? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come back. And I told the teacher, I was like, don't worry, I'm gonna be back. And she looking at me, she's like, okay. And Tito, the driver, he was like, there's people that have promised to come back that have never come back. And I thought about me as a child, and I thought about like my pops and everything, right? When he would promise certain things and he wouldn't return. And I was like, you know what, I gotta be better than that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta make this happen.
Yeah.
So I made the content, people started reaching out, boom, 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 boom. They was like, I'm gonna donate. I started doing like word of mouth or whatnot at my job and everything, and then, you know, I ended up raising $2,400.
Congratulations.
I was trying to go like 10, 15K, but I'm like, nah, it's all right. Whatever happens.
Yes.
So I was talking to my friend, my boy Derek, and I was like, yo, listen, I'm coming back. I'm going back in June. I'm gonna figure this out. And I got another friend of mine to pull up with me, one of my closest friends since high school, my boy Spencer. And we bought toys, we bought pizza, and I was able to give enough money I had 127 students. I don't know if I added that, but it was 127 students that are the least fortunate. And I was able to raise enough money for them to eat for 4 months.
Wow.
And I bought board games. We played soccer. Like, if you've seen some of the videos, like, we could put up some of the videos. Like, we played outside and everything, and it was just a bunch of love, you know. And for me, outside, like, hanging out with my nieces, that's what joy feels like. And I've done a lot of things. I've traveled into many places. That right there was what joy felt like. It was like a high that I was on, you know, doing something like that. And I was thinking this as I was walking, and I'm like, damn, like, you know, so many people go into careers, right?
Yeah.
And they find their path with this lawyer, doctor, or this, and they have certain titles. Like, for me, I don't have a title. I'm just on a journey, right? And I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. And there's always been moments where I'm like, damn, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. But when I was there, I was like, this is what I need to be doing. And my boy told me this. He was like, you would have never came back if it wasn't for those kids. He was like, I showed you the opportunity with the real estate opportunity.
Yeah.
He was like, but you would have never came back if it wasn't for them.
Wow.
So to add on to that, we spoke to the teacher, and we're working on our next project to raise $10K, and this money would go towards feeding the kids for a whole year. It would go towards uniforms and books and stuff and things of that nature. So that's the next mission. But what we're gonna do this time, I had this cool idea. You love it.
Yeah, okay.
So what we're gonna do a raffle, right?
Okay.
So every person that donates, we're trying to get at least 200 people to donate $50. So every person that donates is going to be in a raffle to have a chance to fly out to Kenya to work with the kids. So the flight will be paid for. You just got to pay for your, Airbnb and have money in your pocket, but you have a free flight. And I think a lot of the times people don't go to a place like this because the flights are usually the most expensive. But once you get out there, it's dirt cheap. I've taken Ubers for less than $1.
Wow.
So it's like, once you get over the flight, you're fine.
Yeah.
So that's the next big project that I'm working on.
That sounds
that's my first time announcing it too. Like we announced it on camera. So yeah, you have a chance, with the raffle, and if you don't win the raffle, at least you put towards something that's going to better these children's lives, because they don't have the opportunities we have. It's really hard for them to make it out. The average person makes like $5 a day. So let's just make that difference, and we can help each other. It's a beautiful thing. At least for me, like, just to give back. And I get it from you. Like, I see how you move and how you care so deeply about the community. And even as I was out there, like, you crossed my mind. I'm like, yo, I see how Lisa moves. And this is like, I get it, like that joy you feel, like doing the event and everything, and the block party, excuse me. There's a certain type of joy, and you could speak on that too when you're doing something like that. So when I was out there, I felt it too.
Yeah.
Like I know what you feel. That's what I'm here to tell you. Like, I know what you feel, and I think that's what brings us, together, sitting on this couch having these deep conversations, because I think both of us search for that thing, which is like service to our people, and it brings us joy.
Well, it's incredible you say that, because I was just talking to my grandmother earlier today, and my grandma is a very spiritual, religious woman, right? Presbyterian. And so when I talk to my grandmother, I'll say, from a spiritual place, that like God has given all of us these gifts.
Yeah.
Like these parts of us that are innate. Parts of us that we could learn to nurture and grow and to elevate, but it's innate.
Yeah.
It's a part of us that makes us happy. And I believe it is naturally meant to be shared with others. And so the moment you have access to being able to step into that part of yourself, no barriers, it flows. There's this elevation and this energy that comes through you that you feel the alignment. It's like you like lock it into place.
No, that's
and
a fact.
What I love about your story is like, so I hear in terms of presence and purpose, right? I hear all these things that could have been seen as obstacles. A friend nagging you, keep coming. It's like, to Kenya? Like, can't you see I am working hard every single day? I like to travel, but my friend, like...
no, of course.
I don't know if that's, gonna happen right now, but I appreciate you asking.
I went through that mind.
Right?
I went through that mind, yeah.
Asking. It's like, so that's one barrier, right? But then you didn't block receiving the message.
Yeah.
You stayed in your presence to wait for the appointed time.
Facts.
You didn't block the message.
Facts.
You waited for the appointed time, right? Then you go, have a trip, and your friend shows you around, you have a good time. Cool, you're present,
Yeah.
Right? This is all cool. Flight gets delayed, time to come back home. All right. The flight's delayed. Guess I don't get to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Boo-hoo. I'll be okay, right? So then you're in this cab and this man starts talking. I guess with a driver that you've been with all week.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. He showed us around. He
Right?
picked me up from the airport, so he got to know me.
Which means
little bit.
that whole time he was with you and
Yeah.
around you,
Yeah.
he didn't plug into you and your friends' plans. Oh, let's also go to my school.
No, he didn't.
He was present in his purpose too. Right? I think like once you allow, whether we call it God, creator, universe, guardians, ancestors, once you allow the signs to come in,
Yeah.
the presence part easily aligns with purpose. Easily. So then this
see.
delay happens.
Yeah.
His presence says he feels it. He knows. And like he said, many people have come to the school.
Yeah, he said that and promised.
You're not the first person he's spoken to.
Yeah.
He's probably had to go through a journey of learning when to ask somebody. Right?
That's deep.
To not ask in the middle of the plans.
That's
To
deep.
trust the process so that the creator of the universe is going to open a door
Yeah.
to ask.
Wow.
So when your delay happens, what do you do?
Yeah.
He didn't even ask you, just come to my school. He first found out, what do you do?
Yeah,
His process
yeah.
probably taught him, make sure the people are aligned with this, right?
That's deep.
I work with kids. Oh, do you? Right? There's and like the tapestry of life and journey. So anyway, this delay turns into two people stepping into purpose. Him stepping into purpose of his life lessons, of knowing when to call you into this act. And in this world of choice, you could have said yes and you could have said no. You could have just relaxed,
Yeah.
not woken up at 8 in the morning.
Yeah. No, that's a fact.
Right?
That's
You could have brought your friend in, but there's
Yeah.
something that told you this is for you.
Yeah. I needed to like, and I kind of felt like, dang, but I was like, nah, something is telling me like I gotta experience this alone
And to trust that.
and trust it and not feel, because sometimes we can feel guilty
Yes.
for making certain decisions, and it's like, nah, this is what you want to do because I was able to set this up
Yes.
doing this. Yeah.
But that's the part that I want to share in this. Is like that part of your story alone. You didn't wake up
Yeah.
learning or knowing to trust that instinct inside of you to say I'm supposed to go on my own. You didn't wake up in this world knowing that. Or maybe you did wake up in this world knowing it and then you quickly forgot because this world puts a work on us. It took a journey to learn to trust. When you need to do something on your own, it's okay. That's a journey to learn that. Right? So you take this opportunity, you go to the school, and then all the creator had to do is have you feel it. And then the words are just pouring out, I'm gonna come back.
Yeah.
Like, oops, did I just say that?
Yeah, no,
I'm gonna
seriously.
figure out a way to come
And I
back
felt
and
it.
have
I'm like,
something
yo,
in my
I
hand.
was like, yo, I'm coming back. I'll be back. Don't worry.
You just knew.
And she looked at me. She was like, oh, okay. And I was just
Sure.
like, looked at her like, I can't let this lady down on these kids. I made a promise, you
Yeah.
know. And I'm like, I can't be the thing that I didn't like growing up. I have to
Right.
be complete opposite.
Right.
In this moment. This is the time to make it happen.
So here's where I'm gonna switch the
Yeah.
conversation a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? And this is why I really love talking to you, Brendan. You're so open. So when you were talking earlier,
Yeah.
right? And you mentioned about the stigmas and stereotypes that this beautiful continent has. And that our culture and our country have put in people's heads. The first question I want to ask you is, how do you identify with that concept in your own life? Because what I believe is that when you tap into a level of alignment and purpose,
Yeah.
it goes way deeper
Yeah.
than just, oh, I felt so good to give back to those kids. It felt so good to be out there, man.
Yeah.
It felt. Usually, there's when we're open to the signs and connections, there's a reason why something feels so right,
Yeah.
right? We can call it motherland, but we can also call it just almost like a metaphor of Brandon, right? So do you identify
Yeah.
with the metaphor of Africa that you explained earlier?
Motherland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With your own life.
Yeah, no, of course. And the reason why I do is because when we talk about like Earth and everything,
Yeah.
all the natural resources are in Africa, right? Like all the minerals that you need are in Africa. So if Africa was like more self-sufficient and they really came together, man, it'd be the richest. It is the richest place on this planet, from my opinion. You know, but I think home is just where you are, right? Like right now is home for me. In this moment in my body, I'm home. But from an Earth perspective, I just think that and this is the thing. When you see people that look like you just smiling all day and just in a good mood, and then when you land and they tell you, welcome home, it does something different. It does something different to your spirit. When you walking in the street and they're like, hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? Like, it's just like so much love. It does something different to your spirit. But I'm always home, no matter where I'm at, to answer that question. But it's just, I would highly suggest more of us to go just check it out and just experience the love. I think the love is the number one thing that I would come back here and tell people that I received from there. It's just, it's the love. It's the love. And granted, I went to one part of Africa. I didn't go to Africa. It's huge.
Yeah.
Only went to East Africa, which is Kenya. I went there twice, and that's like so far my experience.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Then I brought my closest friend, right, my boy Spencer, and he came back home. And he was like, "Yo, I can't believe I'm back here. Like, Africa is where it's at." He keeps saying that. Every time I go to him, I could call him right now. He'd be like, "Yo, when are we going back? When are we going back?" And shout out to my boy for taking that leap too.
Yeah.
You know, I think that was big for me too, not to go too far.
Yeah.
Is for people to see a Black American man go over there, and not just go over there just to experience, but do the work, right? And when I was talking to the people in Kenya, I was telling them, like, yeah, there's opportunity to start businesses and real estate, but before all of that, I got to give back to the people. I can't come over here and think about, damn, how can I come and just make money? How can I give back to the people? And that was my way of figuring out a way to give back, is to give back to the school. And with that school, I want to consistently do that. Like, I want to see these kids grow up into adults. Like, like that's my big vision, right? Is to work with that school consistently, year in and year out, where I'm doing the work. Like, it's not just like a one-time thing for me no more. Like, at first it was like, I'm gonna come do this, but as the process kept going and I came back home, I'm just like, nah, this is not the end road. Like, we gonna keep doing this. So yeah, I that's the motherland in my opinion. But I'm always home, no matter where I'm at.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you. I have a question for you.
Yeah, talk to me.
So, for those who know you,
Yeah.
and for those who don't, Brandon, I would call you an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
You have-
I done so many
you've done
entrepreneur things.
Right. So I would love you in this moment. Just list off the entrepreneur things you have done, because I have a follow-up question after that. So what are the entrepreneur things you have done?
Okay. I've started a health and wellness business with two of my partners. I've worked on that. Did the whole podcast. I did multiple podcasts. I did this like cool YouTube channel that I did with a friend of mine back in the day. We had like a reaction channel, and we was really getting big. We got so big that I flew out to Brazil and I met some artists out there, and I did
Very
like
cool.
a whole video with them or whatnot.
That's cool.
What else? Oh, I started my own meditation mindfulness business where I go into nonprofit organizations and I work with young kids. What else? I think those are like the biggest ones for me.
I think that's really big.
So far, my mind is always open to,
In addition to working a full-time job.
in addition to working a full-time job. Yeah, I think that's the thing people be forgetting. Like, yo, I do this with a job, all of this. And sometimes I forget it.
Right.
Like, how the hell did I do all of this in this short amount of time? So,
you're also part of that documentary.
I was in the documentary on HBO, man. I forgot so many things. I was in a documentary on HBO. I also made my own documentary called Story from the Dark Side.
Yes.
That I did a whole premiere.
Yes, you
I
did.
didn't get to put it out because of COVID. COVID happened like.
But it's done.
It's done, and it's still.
Delivered.
You can still put that out there too. It's called Story from the Dark Side. Basically, it was like a sequel to Class Divide. I felt like they didn't put enough information about our story. I feel like they didn't tell our story, and they didn't tell it correctly. So I decided to interview people from our neighborhood to tell our story about our neighborhood.
Right.
So I did many things. And look where we are. We have our own podcast here. We're working on this. Also working with Jiggy doing the whole app development on the chats and everything. I'm working with him on that. So wow.
It's a long list.
Wow.
It's a long list.
Damn.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So my first question is,
Not all that.
as you went through all those chapters, right? And some of those chapters are still growing. They're not closed. Some of those chapters have closed. The feeling that you feel now with this mission in your heart.
It's number one.
Have you felt this feeling in those other avenues? Or is this like a different entrepreneur moment for you?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. No, I haven't felt this feeling. This chapter would be called like joy.
Aww.
Yeah, if I had like to name all the entrepreneur, if an entrepreneur was like a book, and I had all chapters, this one would be joy. And this one, I don't want to let go. I think I've had, I don't want to say issue, I've had a thing with like launching off with certain endeavors and then like floating with it and then sometimes letting it go. And I feel like this one is the one I just want to go straight up like a rocket, and I just want to consistently do this.
I'm so happy for you.
Everything else, and you know what it was? A lot of the other things were like money driven, right? I would have partners and they would have different mindsets. And being a good person is not always like the best thing, because I'll be like, oh cool, let's roll here. Like, all right. And not realizing like deep in my spirit, my mission wasn't like the greed of money. It was to make money because you want to make money being an entrepreneur. But I would be around people that had the greed of money. And I've always wanted to make people's lives better and bring joy. And with this thing, I feel like I'm making people's lives better and I'm bringing joy. And I think that's why I went by myself. Because I'm like, you know what, this time I have to do something. It has to be mine. Like, right, I have to. This is just yours. Let out and do it. And I did. And the dope thing to add on to that, I brought both my boys and I seen joy in their eyes. My boy Spencer, I hope he sees this. We're walking, we're bringing the pizzas. He looked at me and he was like, bro, I feel like crying.
Aww. Emotions, Jay.
And my boy Spencer is like he has a deep voice, very straightforward, you know what I mean? Like, cool guy, greatest guy. I love this kid. But he looked at me and said, yo, I feel like crying. And I was like, damn, this is it. I brought him into my world, And my boy Derek, I seen him turn into a kid. And he's tall. He's like 6 something. He's tall.
It is one of the most
and he turned into like a kid. Like I seen him. Like I watched him shape into like a joyful child, and it was
Yeah.
so dope to witness black men just let loose and just be kids again.
Yeah.
And I watched it. I watched my brothers do that, and I take so much pride in being able to set the tone for that. And I would love for more people to experience that, especially black people, to go and do that. Definitely, 100%.
Well, you definitely have to continue following the signs.
Yeah.
Continue to stay in your presence. We didn't even get to mention this, but I'm sure our time is ticking, that like even the confidence to take the time off of work and just jump in this leap of faith and do it, and then do it again, and then say, and I'm going back. Don't know when yet, but I'm going back, and I'm going back with this. Like when you have a full-time job and not thinking like, oh, but how many days do I have left? Like that is truly trusting the process of purpose. So if you have found that joy, Brandon, we support you so much.
Oh, thank you.
We support you so much and are so happy for you.
Yeah.
I think to sign off, I would love to ask you if you could identify the most valuable lesson that you've learned in your life thus far that you feel brought you to this moment.
Wow.
What do you feel it was?
Most valuable lesson I have learned.
That allowed you to not see barriers to this opportunity, but allowed you to see the path.
I think with everything that I've experienced, is the ups and downs and things working and not working. Trust the process, and this is faith the size of a mustard seed could move mountains, and I think having strong faith is the key. You gotta have faith that it's gonna work out regardless, no matter where you're at, because when you go through those storms, and it can get cloudy, it can get dark, and you can't see in front of you, but when you have faith, for some reason it just gets clear, and you just have to just continue to walk in it. The reason why I'm here and I was able to do all this, it's the faith. It's the faith that.
And do you see what shirt you're wearing?
Yeah. And I didn't think about it like while I really did it. It just be happening.
I'm joking.
But
Right.
Yeah. She's like, all right. But just having just faith and just letting things flow, and don't be too hard on yourself with life. And I noticed that with a lot of people.
Yeah.
They get really hard on themselves when things don't work out. It just may not be the time.
Yeah.
And I've learned that because I've been hard on myself
Yeah.
a lot. And finally I'm here. I was able to do something that, was fulfillment and had nothing to do with material or money or any of that. I didn't get any of that. But it's just that joy that I found doing that thing and just having that faith. Yeah, I would tell anybody, keep going. So thank you. And thank you for doing this. This was therapeutic.
Good.
It's like I got back and I had so much to share.
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't know how to ask the question, or yo, how was it? They just don't know. They may get should I ask him? And I was like, nah, I want to let it out. Ask. Let's talk. I don't want to come to you yo, I was doing this. Ask me, you know what I mean? So we can have the conversation. And that's why, you're such an amazing person. It's because you have that curiosity in your heart, and you enjoy this, right?
Yes.
So thank you. Appreciate it. That's why we're here. We about to change the world. We're about to change the world, one voice at a time.
One voice at a time. Well, that ends our episode of today. I think I wanted to try closing off with just the message. So remember to keep that faith. the size of a mustard seed can move any mountain. You got this. We believe in you. Your community believes in you. And the Infernity Podcast will be starting, I think, a consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, a consistent.
We're here
pedal to the
to
metal.
create the platform for people to speak their truth to power.
And Jay's gonna be our next, right, Jay?
Who's gonna work the cameras?
This is true. So thank you guys. I love you all. And
Yeah.
stay tuned. Get ready for the next one.
Thank you.